things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. Ooh. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. Oh, light. Ooh. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. The things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light.
Testing. Testing, testing, blessings. Oh, the day has finally come. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? It's been our conversation for a very, very, very long time. So I'm thrilled to be here. I just look at this amazing community and what it has done with this space. It's just absolutely beautiful. So Cassie and her team, who was here with Cassie making this place gorgeous? Who was here? Thank you. Thank you so much. God's in the details, you know. So before we do our opening prayer, before we do anything, I want to normally at these things, the ministers get very formal and wear robes, and we do processional music and walk in, and I didn't really want to make it that fussy or do it that formally. So, but I do want to really introduce the ministers who are here in the room, some who have traveled to get here, and some who you've known for years and love already. They are, I'm just gonna read your names, and then if you stand, let everybody just acknowledge you. Reverend Emile Govreau. Reverend Lane Morgan from Tampa Bay. Reverend Dusty Ripplemeyer from North Carolina, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. Reverend Diane Scribner, who you also know and love, from Bonita Springs, Unity. And of course, Reverend Shell, Reverend Malika, and myself. So we are here. So I would love to invite Reverend Sunny to come, please join me now, and to invite Reverend Lane to come up and do our opening invocation.
We are here. Take a deep breath. And I invite you to join me in a moment of conscious awareness. What I know at this time is that Spirit is in this place. It shows up as every person and every element of our time that we share today. This power is perfect love. It is joy. It is integrity. It is harmony. And it is community. And all of that is so evident in this room right now. I remember that I am one with this power, and that as we speak our word, we are creative. And I know that as we come together as a group holding an intention, that Spirit meets us in that moment. So Spirit infuses this time that we share. It meets the intention of dedication. It meets the intention of love, of community. And I know that each person involved in this entire evening is filled with that unifying spirit of the divine. I am thankful to Reverend Denise and Reverend Shell and Reverend Malika for stepping into this holy, sacred intention of building a community together. Spirit meets in that as well. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every volunteer that made this evening happen, for everything that comes together to be the light in this room. And so I let it go, and I know that our time together tonight is blessed and joyful and festive and fun. And so it is. So it is.
It's me again. Reverend Sunny Cantrell Smith is the spiritual leader of Centers for Living. Centers for Spiritual Living, our global organization. That's a very big job. She's a very big woman. She's a very powerful woman. We have, you know, when elephants want to scare you, they get bigger. They go, so just... Reverend Sunny and I have known each other for about 20 years. We've been prayer partners for about 20 years. So it's very special, very special for me to have her here with us. It makes, I don't know, there's something really, really wonderful about that. So she is a lover of this teaching. She's working very hard and diligently and spiritually and groundedly to make this organization bigger, better, stronger, more pervasive, more available to the planet. So please welcome me and join me in welcoming her with a round of applause. Reverend Sunny.
How y'all doing? So I want to talk to the community first before we get on with the business at hand. But I want to just congratulate this community for selecting Reverend Denise Schubert as your senior minister, because you have among you in your midst a real pearl. You know what I know? Yes, yeah. And I want to acknowledge all the ministers prior as well who have served this community and the practitioners, and thank them for all that they have done to make this such an extraordinary community. And believe me, I keep my eye on y'all, so I know what y'all do. That's my job. And it is such a wonderful experience to be here with you all, to hear so much about you, and then actually be here with you. And the other thing that I want to say is, you know, Reverend Denise, what I know about her, and I know a lot, she comes to you with an open heart, and she is one of the most adventurous people I have ever met. I've never met anybody who is willing to try something new without hesitation. She thinks out of the box. In fact, she gets out of the box and closes the lid and said, I'm done with that, I'm moving on. She knows how to grow a community. She knows how to support and love a community. And she's a dreamer, and she's got big dreams for this community. And so I congratulate you all, and I ask of you to make the commitment to serve her well. That's very important. Do not turn ministry into a sacrifice for her. Support her well and hold her up in ways, in all ways, that reflects on your life and your well-being as it reflects on hers. Because the self-care that she has will also reflect on the self-care of this community. You will be called upon, Denise, to do more than perhaps you've done in a while. But you're up to the task. And one of the things that I want to say to you, because you are such a light, I had to write this down because I was a little teary when I wrote it down, but here's what I want to say to you. To be such a light with all that you have been through to get here is remarkable. And we are all grateful for the way that you continue to show up, not only in the world as an authentic being in this world, full of integrity and love and support. And the work that you do is sacred, and I'm so grateful for that. I know that today is a blessing for you. I know it's a blessing for your community. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful as I represent this organization and my own personal self, and welcome you to this installation. And now we're going to get on to the business. Today we install another generation of leadership, those who by their willingness will add to the already vibrant growth of this church. Ministers, leadership council, licensed practitioners, congregation, and friends. We are gathered here today to install this minister of religious science as an official minister of this member center. As the spiritual director and minister of this center, Reverend Denise shall act in the following capacities in fulfilling the ministerial office. Number one, she serves as the senior minister and spiritual leader of the congregation and counselor to all who come to her. She serves as an official and accredited teacher of Science of Mind classes under the authority of a church covenant with Centers for Spiritual Living. Every minister of religious science must first have received license and recognition as a practitioner before they may be licensed or ordained as a minister. Therefore, she serves always as a practitioner to the needs of the people when the call is made. And in addition, what Reverend Denise wants you to know is that the following: I view my primary purpose to be serving this community as a role model of what it means to live a spiritually powerful life, to remember who each person is at their core, and to remind each one always to reflect on their highest potential and best self. I am committed to providing leadership which inspires education and empowers this community to expand its influence in the world we live, evidenced by attendance, participation, and the awakening of every member. I now present to you the Leadership Council and the congregation to be fully installed as an official minister of this center, Reverend Denise Schubert. Reverend Denise.
So I am, as you all know, I've been here 9 months officially now, so we're already in community. We're already in love. Well, most of us. I'm in love. I can't speak for you, of course. But I'm honored to be here. And, you know, this coming here came as a little bit of a sweet surprise in this time of my life. I was kind of pseudo-retired, and it was just a sweet surprise, and so spirit-guided and so spirit-driven that there was no way I could ignore the call. This church has been serving this community, this center, for 50 years plus, and by all appearances is going to be serving it for another 50 years. So I am happy to be a part of that legacy that has been here and will continue. Now, I'm grateful to you all for accepting me into this position, and I stand on very wide shoulders. We have Reverend Emil here, who was the senior minister here, spiritual director, Reverend Shell, who was a spiritual director, and we're all still here. So you don't get one, you get many. But in contemplating this installation ceremony, I wanted to do it a little different than it's normally done, because normally it is all about me, and I don't mind the universe being all about me. Well, it's probably all about me anyway. In the same way, your universe is all about you. But I got very clear in doing ministry for about 30 years that I don't really like doing ministry by myself. That I think that the model of one person trying to grow and be with a thriving community is too much for one person. And so I wanted to expand this installation to not only install me, but to install 2 other ministers who love you, who are loved by you, who we love each other, and I know that as I think it's kind of a magical number 3, right? We have like this triune of spiritual leadership to carry us into the future. So Reverend Shell and I have been friends for a long time, and I love her, and she loves me, and we support each other unequivocally. Reverend Malika Davey and I haven't been known each other quite as long, but still so much support and so much love between us. And so I'm including them that you are not only installing me, which is to bless me in this position, but we're also installing them, which is to bless them in this position. So I would love to invite Reverend Shell Redfern and Reverend Malika Davey to please come join us.
Let us together reaffirm our conviction as religious scientists as our declaration of principles, Reverend Emil and Reverend Diane.
The Declaration of Principles, as written by Ernest Holmes, published in the Science Mind magazine, October 1927, almost 99 years ago. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God.
We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. We believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it.
We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence.
We believe in the direct revelation of truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of any kind, and that any person may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God. We're surrounded by this creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thoughts and acts upon it.
We believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. We understand that the life of man is God.
So this is the charge to the senior minister. Do you accept these principles and promise to adhere to them and make them the basis of your teaching?
I do.
So I think we're getting married. Do you so consecrate yourself to this ministry that you will do your utmost at all times to reflect the Christ within in all that you say, think, or do?
I will.
Do you so dedicate yourself that you will be constantly aware of the Spirit within all people and that you will see only the perfect spiritual person, perfect in mind, body, and in spirit?
I do.
Do you promise to minister faithfully and lovingly to the people now committed to your charge and to seek ever to be an example of moderation, patience, and loving kindness? Patience is in there.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? No, I do.
Staff ministers, do you accept these principles and promise to adhere to them and make them the basis of your teaching? I do. Do you so consecrate yourself to this ministry that you will do your utmost at all times to reflect the Christ within in all that you think, say, or do? Do you so dedicate yourself that you will be constantly aware of the Spirit within all people and that you will see only the perfect spiritual person, perfect in mind, body, and spirit? Do you promise to minister faithfully and lovingly to the people now committed to your charge and to seek ever to be an example of moderation, patience, and loving kindness? Are you sure? Okay.
They were more sure than I was.
Yeah, that's true. May the infinite Spirit who empowers you to do all these things grace you with the strength faithfully to perform the same and to live the principles of this teaching and our Centers for Spiritual Living organization. Charge to the Leadership Council. Could I have the Leadership Council stand, please? We now present to you those individuals who have been duly elected to serve on your leadership council, and it is an extremely important role, and I thank you for your service. Not only do these board members oversee the business affairs of your center, but their individual and collective awareness establishes a consciousness for the entire congregation. Recognizing the authority you have entrusted to them, we now charge them with this responsibility. Do you promise to follow the light of truth, seeking at all times to be aware of what is right rather than who is right? Do you accept Reverend Denise as a minister of this church, as a spiritual leader and teacher? Will you support Reverend Denise's vision to grow this community in excellence, integrity, and enthusiasm? May I ask the practitioners to please stand? Thank you, board. You may sit or remain standing, whatever you want to do, because we're free here. Practitioners, this minister knows and understands the role of licensed practitioner is to be part of the spiritual leadership team, establishing and maintaining a continual consciousness of the spiritual vision of this church. You also carry out most of your work in the great and powerful silence. The fruits of this work are manifested as demonstrations in the lives of yourself, your clients, and your church. And may I personally thank you for the work that you continue to do for our world as well as this community. Do you consecrate yourself to this spiritual vision and activity? Do you accept Reverend Denise as a minister of this church center, as a spiritual leader and teacher? Will you support Reverend Denise's vision to grow this community in excellence, integrity, and enthusiasm? Thank you. Y'all may be seated. All right. All the members of this community, of this church, may I ask you to stand, please, if you are able. All right. Everybody's up again. You know, this could be a Catholic church, I'm telling you. You are the voice of this church. You are the ambassadors of religious science in this community. You are the backbone as the sacred service volunteers providing service for this center's members and guests. Do you promise to uphold and practice the principles of religious science moment by moment to the best of your ability? Do you accept Reverend Denise as a minister of this center, as a spiritual leader and teacher? Yes. To the ministers present, may you stand, please? As colleagues, do you promise to give of your friendship, your love, and your affirmative prayer to this minister? Absolutely. Therefore, through the authority vested in me by the Centers for Spiritual Living organization, acting on behalf of this congregation, I do install you here and now, Reverend Denise Schubert, as the spiritual leader and senior minister of the Cape Coral Center for Spiritual Living, with all of the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining to your office. And bless Reverend Shell Redfern and Reverend Malika Davey as they join in spiritual partnership and leadership to minister to this community and to one another. Let's give these. So here's the deal. Teach, heal, minister to the people. May the God of peace dwell richly in all of your hearts through love and make all of this labor fruitful for this center. So it is.
This is a beautiful song written by a dear friend of mine, Margaret Owens in California. And Cassie, thank you so much for singing it and bringing it forward. So I just want to, I'm going to say a few words, invite Reverend Shell and Reverend Willie could also say a few words, but I just really just want to say what a privilege it is. And that this community is an amazing community. And it's not really just because I say so, it's really because it's true. You know, and people come here and they feel the love, they feel the support. You are all so courageous, all so brave, and also committed to your spiritual growth. And as you know, as I've said so many times, that global change only happens by means of us. Unless we change, nothing changes. And so our dedication to the teachings, our dedication to spiritual practice, our dedication to practicing the principles with one another of kindness and forgiveness and compassion, all of those things are the only things that really make a difference. That we are here not to, we are here to deepen our connection to God, but really we are here for community. Really we're here so that when we walk through life, and we walk through the hard times and the glory times, the challenging times, whether they're personal or global, that we do it really holding true to what Jesus taught us, really, in the New Testament, loving kindness, compassion, and forgiveness. That is our charge here. So thank you for the honor of serving you.
Well, I didn't know I was going to talk, and I know that it's surprising to all of you that I don't know what to say. But Denise said something really important, and it was about, you know, through the trials and tribulations and through the good times, and as y'all know, I've been through a lot these last years, you know, in the last months, heck, the last 6 weeks. And every day, in every way, I realize more and more and more, I'm still here. It's my birth family that is transitioning, and my spiritual family that has become so much more. You've always been important in my life, but you are so much more important in my life now. And you are holding me up. And I couldn't be more grateful for all of you, for giving me the privilege of being part of this community in every way that I have been part of this community, and I've been every way, so I'm one of the few. Started out as a member, and then all the way up to senior minister, and now to here. And so thank you for navigating the times of my life with me as my family. Thank you, and bless you all. God bless you.
New chapter. We are starting a new chapter here. And I'm very grateful to be part of that. Reverend Denise and Reverend Shell and myself, looking forward to this partnership and in service to you all. So I want to take a moment to thank all the volunteers, including my daughter, and Jeremy back there, her husband. And they both are willing to give their time, and all the volunteers. We cannot be here without you. And same goes to the Leadership Council. They work behind the scene. You probably don't even see a lot of it. They're always working behind the scene. And the practitioners, you know, they're here to pray and support you. And now we're 3 ministers are here, so this community is continuing to grow, and I am so grateful to be part of it. And I came here with one invitation by Reverend Deborah Govreau, who invited me to come to the center to take a class. That was 16 years ago, and I haven't left. From that point, I have become a practitioner, then decided to study for the minister, and I have participated serving in the board as a treasurer. And when I said to Reverend Emil, I don't know how to be a treasurer for a nonprofit, he said, I will teach you. So this center, truly a teaching center, and I am a demonstration of that. And it is also a healing center. We're here to pray with you. So I am grateful to be with these two powerful women here, to hold my hands, and I feel like they're the bumper for me to walk the path, because it is I feel it is a big journey. So, but I am not here to stop. I'm going to continue to keep moving like an adventure in life. So thank you all for being here. Namaste.
So it's wonderful, really. You have, you're a new minister. Your life, you have no idea how great life gets. And listen, there are ministers in this room right now who don't know you're ministers yet. So when we start teaching the classes towards practitioner training, you just step up and say yes. So I just want to thank you, Reverend Sunny, for coming. Just so beyond special. Just, she represents so much of my own journey through ministry and all those early years, and really all the conferences and all the, and you know, it's a very interesting way to live your life on stage like this, where everyone's watching everything you say, every move you make, every thought you think that shows up on your face. So thank you for being you. And I also just want to thank the practitioners and Leadership Council for your love and support, because we are a team. And it is as a team that we will really welcome people into this teaching and this philosophy, which is so liberating and so uplifting, that we need to be just vigilant about making sure we're not shy about it. So this really concludes the formal installation, yes? So we are going to move our booties together. We have food on the way. We have mocktails in the lobby. We're going to be dancing. That's about 30 minutes. But I'm going to have Reverend Dusty please come and do our closing prayer. And we can just all mingle and just hang out and wait until Jeremy puts on some dancing music and the food gets here. And that is that. Reverend Dusty.
Thank you. I just invite everyone to take one last opportunity to close your eyes together and to turn within, to allow ourselves to become really acutely aware of the presence of the divine that is within us and surrounding us, that presence that has been here throughout this activity, the presence that is in and within each and every single one of us, not only individually, but also as this amazing Cape Coral community. I take a moment to give some gratitude, as everyone has been doing, to be grateful for Reverend Sunny's presence here today, for her making the trip, for all of the years that she has supported Denise, Reverend Denise, knowing that she has really buoyed her up at the times she needed to be buoyed up, and to give her accolades for those times when she deserved that, and that she was truly instrumental in bringing her to this place that she is at today. I'm grateful for Reverend Denise for her powerful yes to this community, for stepping up and really allowing herself to be used by Spirit in support of this community. I bless Reverend Shell and Reverend Malika for their powerful yes to support not only Denise, but also this community, knowing that this threesome is a powerful and divine idea in the mind of God, and that they are simply coming forward to say yes to it. I am grateful for the really powerful commitment of the Cape Coral Board, the practitioners, and the community in agreeing to all of the things they agreed to today, which really is just saying we're agreeing to this divine appointment and really lending our support and our love and our commitment and our dedication to this divine idea in the mind of God. I bless everyone that had anything to do with creating this event, all of the time and the talent that they brought to it, knowing that it is those behind the scenes people that don't get enough recognition or gratitude. So taking a moment to really be grateful for all of them. And while I know that this partnership has already been happening for 9 months, what I know about this day and this moment and this ritual is that it has strengthened that bond, has solidified this partnership, and has really expanded the awareness that we all have that Reverend Denise, Reverend Shell, Reverend Malika are the right and perfect people to be here at this time, growing this church and supporting all that God has in mind for it. As we begin to move out of this room and into dinner portion, I bless all of the people that had anything to do with getting this food to our table. And I know that the food supports our physical bodies as our time together has supported our souls. And so for all of the proceedings of this day, I am grateful. We anchor this together simply by saying, and so it is, and so it is. Amen.
All right, let's party.